All right, so I want to just talk about two things. That are starting to come out of me, but I don't, I'm not recording myself all the time, so I'm not actually gonna say what I was about to say. Not knowing what I'm about to say because I didn't know then, but I trust in the process of channeling. I trust that more than anything else right now. You can learn, or you need to learn from a book, but in the long run, the book won't be there. Your intuition will. Your intuition, used correctly, will channel what you need in that moment. So one thing that whether you believe I'm Arcturian, my soul's Arcturian or not, I don't really. At this point, it doesn't really matter. I'm too close to the end. But there's one thing I want to stress about, and it comes to mind because what you people have done to the act of intimacy in this civilization of yours. See, to starseeds, I was human once, and I sent it up to the higher dimension. And in that dimension, we have bodies, but they're not like these. They're not physical bodies like these. They can become physical bodies. We can become anything we need to be. It is that we have the art of creating what we need without having to work for it like you guys do so much. But there's the one thing that we all agree we miss is the act of intimacy. We don't have bodies, even though we can create them and we can be them and we can feel everything about them. The actual feeling touch, and the enjoying the pleasure of the the high you get from sexual intercourse. Those two things combined are very, very particular to this. Every animal has it, but the human has more of a connection to it. And what really gets me about your society is you've made it into such a fucking again, because of money. You're taking it and you stripped it out and you made it into this thing. It could be used for to sell things. It could be used to attract clients. It could be used for making money. It could be used for abuse. It could be used for a lot of different things. And throughout all these things that you make it used for, you forget that its main purpose is to feel that connection, that physical connection, that body connection. Again, as your soul ascends, and every soul has to ascend at some time. At least we hope it does. That's the one thing that you remember from this society and this dimension, and this species of human. Yeah. So that's why a lot of Victorians. Look, I'm not sure 100% about this, but as far as I know, the Victorians are the only high-level beings of souls that come back into human form. They're the only ones that can and are allowed to. The Pleiadians aren't. None of the other ones are. The only things are the parasites are allowed to come in and actually take over the body, which is what's happening in your world class. But as for the Arcturians, it's we're the only ones. So a lot of the people that you considered, I guess, saviors and messiahs and everything else, way down to like the shoemaker, whatever. Most likely, and the good chance they're Arcturian. Now, the two things that the Arcturians fall prey to, because of the lack of once you come in here as a starseed, as a high level soul coming back into a new form, once you come back down here, you don't understand what you are until it's time for you to understand what you are. But then if you miss the time that it's when you are, then you get caught up in a very unnerving and very dangerous situation to both you and the actual reason that you were sent down here. Unfortunately, you'll see a lot of starseeds that are not activated as what you considered your the outsiders, the people that are not or the things you consider a bad thing, an addict or a dealer or a prostitute or a porn star, right? And if you missed that time when you were supposed to be activated, you weren't activated, the chances are, even if you're activated now, you won't be at the level you need to be by the time you need to be at. I wasn't activated until I was, I think, 55. I guess 5 years ago. Yeah, completely maybe. At least understanding that I'm a Arcturian. That's where I needed to be. Before then, if I would have been, I would have been on another path, and I wouldn't have been here. I need to be right here. At least for the next 7, 8 years after that, it's up in the air, guys. It won't really matter one way or the other. Either you survive or you don't. So that's the problematic end of being a starseed, that isn't given the information that it needs to be activated, because they know they know they're going to block you. If and again, my story is not made up, and this is not sci-fi. But if you want to compare it to like a Star Wars thing, it's like the what do you call them, whatever, like Luke Skywalker was it, the Jedi Knights, they come in, and when Vader knows, okay, it's a Jedi Knight coming and being born, it's like, kill it, right? Why would a parasitic controlling being, right, that's controlling your world class, right, that's come in to and actually has replaced its human soul with a parasitic soul. It's in there. Parasites have souls. They're not too pretty, but they have souls, but they're very powerful. They're a higher level being than the human. Understand this. Human beings are not the top of the food chain. Understand that. You are not the top of the food chain. And while your bodies, they don't care a shit about, your souls make very good food for them. I'm not making this up. I haven't really reason to. Other than the fact that I gotta get it out. So and right now, it's the only way to get it out. Put it on video, and then hope it gets out to enough people. Not to like change the world and to activate enough starseeds to say hope we get it. We got guys. We got 7 days left now. 8 days, 9 days, whatever the fuck it is. To the 21st. I don't even want to think about it. Because when I started, I was, inspired. Now I'm fucking like really, really, really fucking sad and tired of the shit. 7 days left, man. Yeah, I don't know. They don't tell me what's gonna happen. They don't really. I don't know if they know themselves, but they keep trying to keep me on this timeline. If I can stay on this timeline, then the civilization survives. Hey man, I didn't. It's really, if somebody was saying this to me, I'd say, motherfucker's fucking crazy. Yo, dude, you should go check out your. But I'm not. Because I would know that about me, and I would stop myself from doing this if I didn't know it was absolutely fucking true. So again, why sometimes you shouldn't judge people for what they are. Because the Arcturian is an addict because he needs that certain plant medicine to communicate with his and you know what, that plant medicine is hard to get to, and then they cut up and then just give you something else and give them and then make it man. And that need to connect is then replaced with the addiction of the other thing that they gave them instead of the plant medicine that they needed, because they made the plant medicine that she needed illegal, very illegal, so much so you can't even get the fucking seeds to grow it yourself. Okay? So that's a problem. And while you have a lot of different plants that help connect and help awaken a lot of you, and it is one specific one that does that for us, and unfortunately that is so right now. Let's see, it has a bullseye on it, with a fucking, one of those cross, do not cross this line kind of thing. My God. Do you do that or that? You don't do either? No, I just smoke weed, sir. My God. And to explain this to somebody that oh yeah, he's just making excuses because of his addiction. No, I'm not doing that either. So that's the unfortunate part, and a lot of them become addicts because they're given something else in it, right? And it makes at least that need to figure out what the fuck you're supposed to be doing here go away. So if you had the right plant medicine, you would be able to connect with the Akashic records that connect you right into your purpose. And you'd be like, ding, 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 that's great. Just like your body does right now, by itself. Just like every animal out there does, except the human. Why does the human do it? Because that would make them too, I don't know, man. Money one thing is to keep you stupid. Those parasites need you to be, not evolved. Just in a large quantity. Because the more of you there is, the bigger fishing that they can have. It's going to bring in those souls at the end. And I want to repeat one more time: the heaven and hell that you follow does not happen at a human's death. Again, a human being does not die and go to heaven or hell. It gets reincarnated until then it finally gets to a certain place. Until then, the hell is where they're stuck in. But what it does refer to at the end of a civilization's life. At the end of a civilization's life. Extinction. All you guys really know about extinction is the dinosaurs, but there's been a lot of civilizations before you that went extinct. Because they no longer serve the purpose, because they no longer were able to keep up with the energy that's hitting this planet, that's trying to help the planet evolve, the beings on this planet evolve. And the ones that can't already, just get them out of the way, man, please. You're taking up space that you shouldn't be taking up right now. The universe needs souls to expand. Without souls coming in at higher levels, it's kind of like it taking its time expanding it, and that's not what it's supposed to be doing. So, your planet that you should have been a wonderful schooling mechanism for souls. It's become basically a prison planet for those souls in reincarnated hell. Never ascending, never understanding their karma, never going anywhere except right back to where they were. Just building, bigger, bigger, bigger. That's it. That's it. What's going to happen though if a portion of you are going to go down to pure creation, a portion of you are going to be ascended, a small lot though, and a group of you will be basically fed to the parasites because they need to feed. Your Creator created these things to make you stronger, to make stronger souls. You were supposed to overcome money and everything that went around it. But you understand, money is the Antichrist. Money is the thing you are the Messiah that was supposed to overcome it, and you didn't. So, yet, with this new energy, you can't have that money back. You can't have that bag of money on your back. You cannot have it. This new energy does not want this. New energy is a very beautiful. It's the first yuga. It's the one of okay. Now we need you to, go ahead. Ta-da! It's a leap forward for your civilization that's not ready, man. You guys don't even know how to leap yet. You're gonna run right over that place you were supposed to leap and go run right down into the fucking ditch that you weren't supposed to fall into. Instead, we'll save to fuel you. But by the 21st, if things change, and I don't mean every human being, at least if every leading, whatever's leading your civilization into whatever it needs to lead, those parasites are leading right into hell. Get them the fuck out of here, get money out of the fuck out of here, and you guys take over and lead them where they're supposed to be. Guys, gals, whatever. Anything other than that will cause your extinction. If you're right and I'm wrong, wow, man. Good guys, sorry about the scaring. I gotta think about all these voices are coming into my head. I gotta tune them maybe a little bit better. But if I'm right and you're wrong, it's not right. If you don't change into that aspect of control, ridding yourself of money, ridding yourself of profit, any corporate thing, anything that makes a human being worth more than another human being, you're all priceless. You're all equal. Take every little aspect of that caste system and burn it. And get ready, and you're going to be like, wow, this is cool. If not, it's going to force you to do that, and you're not going to want to, and you're just going to blow up in little pieces. Scary. If I'm right and you're wrong, what I just said to you and what will happen, you had the answer to stop it. You had the answer to save your entire civilization. And it's a very simple one. Remove the thing that's going to be basically the little spark that's going to ignite and blow you up. Remove that thing that's stopping you from creating the utopia, the heaven on earth. That you think there's a God who says, okay guys, go ahead, create a, I want you to go ahead and try to create a heaven on earth, but if you get stuck with a hell on earth, it's fine. Just keep the hell on earth going as long as you want. Woo woo, I'm a very patient God. And create that, and the one thing that you will do right now, man, the one thing to take it right out, and it's going to take out all the other problems. There is no money in heaven. There's no caste system in heaven. Anything that you expect at your death, right? Anything that you expect at your death, why are you waiting till you die for, bro? Why don't you just do it now? Maybe you won't die if you do it now. Get it? If you create that heaven on earth here, then you'll be ready for the energy to rise you up into a higher dimension, and hey, eventually you won't have to die. Hey, Arcturians, we don't die. Unless the universe dies, but as far as we know, that's not possible. So, that was the thing. One thing. It was something else too I wanted to talk about. It's already like 20 minutes into this. I'm just going fast and everything else, but yeah. Good luck, guys.